Well, hi there. You may know what this is, but don't know what it actually serves. You might think of it just a landmark that you have in your hometown, or those occasional huge structures that you see on your family road trip. This, my friend, is a water tower. A water tower is more than just a landmark or that really high thing you might see in your backyard. It serves a very important purpose in providing you and your family with the cleanest, best, and highest quality possible water possible. So today, we are going to take you behind the science behind water towers with an input from Cedar Falls Utilities Gas and Water Supervisor, Travis Schrage. Now, for the purposes of this documentary, introduce yourself to us.
My name is Travis Schrage, and I am the Gas and Water Planning Supervisor here at Cedar Falls Utilities.
Alright, awesome. So what do you exactly do with your job?
My primary job is we design and maintain all of the water system and the gas system throughout the town of Cedar Falls.
Nice. So what is the water distribution system in Cedar Falls? How does it work?
Well, the water system in Cedar Falls, it consists of 8 water wells that pump water from underground into the water distribution system, where prior to doing that we add chlorine for disinfection, and once the water enters the distribution system, it fills the water towers around Cedar Falls and also gets delivered through to the residents as well.
How many water towers are there in the city limits of Cedar Falls?
There are 4 water towers in Cedar Falls, and they are located on West 12th Street near the high school, in North Cedar, that's north of the Cedar River, on Lone Tree Road, on Cedar Heights Drive near the intersection of Terrace Drive, and on Lloyd Lane, which is on just off of Green Hill Road between Hudson and Highway 58.
So how do water towers actually work?
So the purpose of a water tower is to provide additional water capacity for firefighting purposes that we wouldn't be able to provide otherwise. We don't have enough pump capacity to provide enough water to fight a fire, so the water towers actually store water for those emergency times. In addition to, they provide additional pressure into the system, so the height of the water above the ground actually is where you get your water pressure from at your house.
So there's this big myth that some people out there think that water towers are literally filled all the way with water. Is that true?
Not entirely. For the most part, the big part that you see above the ground is the part that's usually filled with water. Depending on the type of water tower, sometimes the center pipe in the middle is, and other times it's not, depending on the style. So like what we would call the UNI water tower, the Panther water tower on Lloyd Lane, it has a larger bottom section, and that actually is not filled with water. That's actually just used for storage. So the large bowl above the ground is.
So what are the different styles of water towers that Cedar Falls has, and what does that mean?
So we have actually 2 different styles. The first style is just called a legged tank, and that just means that it's a container of water that's supported by multiple legs on the ground. You'll see it on the West 12th Street water tower near the high school, as well as the one on Cedar Heights, and it just has a structure just to hold up the water, hold up the tank that's full of water. And then the other style we have is called a hydro pillar, and that actually just means that it's supported off of a single standing leg, and depending on that, there's a slight variation in different hydro pillars, but some have a shroud around the outside and some do not. Both of ours do, and so then the actual leg that it stands on is not visible. You can't see it. There's just a shroud around it that we have actually access to, and we just use it for storage.
Nice, nice. So how many gallons of water can a single water tower hold?
Pretty much any amount that you want. There are numerous different sizes. Usually just depends on how much water your community can use is usually how they're sized. We actually have 3 different sizes in town. 2 of ours are 250,000 gallon storage, and those are that would be the the North Cedar one, the one north of the Cedar River, and then the one on Cedar Heights Drive is also 250,000 gallon. The one at West 12th Street is a 500,000 gallon, and the one on Lloyd Lane is actually 1.5 million gallons.
So when did Cedar Falls start using the water tower as a reliable source of water distribution?
Two of the water towers were built in 1949, and those are the first two, the 1 and 2. And then the third one was the Lloyd Lane water tower, which was built, I believe, in the 60s, and then our North Cedar one was built in the 70s.
So in the documents that you showed me, you said that the water park towers, whenever they get repainted, get with this painted with a special coat of paint. Could you please explain to the viewers what that paint is?
Yep, it's usually an epoxy coating that resists corrosion and bacteria, and that actually just helps the metal not corrode away and doesn't infect the water with some kind of bacteria. That coating typically lasts about 20 years, depending on your corrosivity of the water. And after its lifetime, it is sandblasted completely off, inside and out, and then it's actually reapplied with a new coating, and that could cost anywhere between $400,000 to $800,000 for the size of water towers we have.
So if Cedar Falls was to build another water tower, how much would that approximately cost?
A new water tower could cost anywhere between probably $3 to $5 million.
One last question for you today. If you were to predict the future of water towers, do you think that water towers will continue to be the main source of delivering water to your cities' residents, or do you think another type of water distribution will be invented?
I do think that water towers are here to stay. I don't think that we'll have the water capacity to provide the additional firefighting capabilities. So in order to be able to fight fires in the future, I think water towers are going to be needed. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Travis, for your time today, and keep serving our residents with the glorious of clean water.
Thank you.
Wow, folks, wasn't just that captivating? Unfortunately, our time has run out, but hopefully you have learned from me and Travis what a water tower actually is and what kind of purpose it serves in your community. And the next time you're on your family road trip or you're in your town and you see one of these water towers, you hopefully know that they are more than just a huge landmark in your town. They serve an important purpose in getting you and your family clean water. So now you know the science behind water towers. This has been Bennett Lodi providing you with this very useful information. Until next time, see you guys later.